Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of uranium. We'll take a look and I'll give you my financial opinion. So let's dive in here real quick and I'll let you know what I see. So here's uranium. This is the futures price. We were up today, or maybe that's delayed today, but we were up 48.80. Looking at, and this chart looks fine. The only thing I'll say is this could be a chart that may pull back like that. I see that fractal all over the place, and we are seeing some selling pressure in the overall markets. It could drag other markets with it or other sectors with it. And I'll talk about that at the end. Here's the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. Let's go to the dailies here. There's the dailies. Now we've got a bearish engulfing, which means we could head lower in the short term. And this is a bearish piercing, bearish engulfing here. We have a bearish engulfing there, bearish engulfing there. So you can see we came in, tried to go, and it sold off. Tried to go, sold off. Tried to go up, sold off. Tried to go up, and we're probably going to sell off again. Now we're looking to see if this is going to create some sort of pattern. Is it going to create a falling wedge type pattern? Something on the lines where we've got a pattern like this. We'll find out. That's not what I'm predicting. I'm just saying there might be a pattern that eventually gets created. But right now, this is bearish with a bearish engulfing where we could potentially head lower. And it's tracking the overall markets quite well. And we're getting this bearish engulfing, which it means that the opening and closing price is engulfing the day before it, which is a candlestick pattern to head lower. And we're getting it across the board for most things. So we could sell off some here in the short term. CCJ also has it, and I'm seeing this pattern. So there's that's a bearish engulfing there. That's a bearish engulfing there, and I'm seeing another one right here. So this bounce isn't that strong, and it's highly correlated with the overall markets. I'll throw the S&P 500 up last. So Bannerman getting a little bit of selling pressure. The momentum's coming back down. Goviax, we had some selling pressure yesterday, but it came back down. And guys, this can reverse quite quickly. So I'm not saying that we're going to get some huge sell-off, although we could. That's why I don't trade in and out of these things. But I do see some bearishness in some of the companies. A little bit of selling pressure here, but it was a flat day momentum-wise. Forces Metals getting that bearish, kind of a bearish piercing pattern. That's what these guys sometimes happen. And then they get a little bit of a pullback. And this is for the very short term, guys. And it could be sustaining. It may not. Again, I'm not trying to predict the short-term movements, but I'm just telling you what I see every once in a while. Sideways move for Pierpoint. It was an up day for Deep Yellow. A little bit of a wick at the top. Paladin Energy getting that bearish type movement today and finishing strong. Sky Harbor getting that same bearish engulfing. We've got Alaska getting a little bit of selling pressure today. Not too bad, though. That's not horrible. Next Gen Energy, we had the pop higher, get a little bearish engulfing today. We could head back for the next couple of days or longer. We'll see. This is a bearish engulfing today for baseload. This is a bearish piercing. These are bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing. These are all bearish engulfing. So when we get up to this level, we sell off. We get up to this level, sell off, and we're getting some sell off here. And we'll see how far we go lower, if we go lower. But the bearish engulfing is there. A little bit of sell-off in Fission 3.0. Fission just getting sold off right at the resistance line. Kazatomprom getting a flat day today. Not bad performance compared to the rest of the group. That's cap. We've got Peninsula Energy with an up day. Momentum's heading a little bit lower, so it gapped up, but sold off throughout the day. Boss Energy right at support resistance. So we'll see if we can break up there. It kind of hit its head and bounced back a little bit. Consolidated Uranium. We're getting that bearish engulfing today. So we could head lower in the short term. Looking at Lotus Resources. Another down day in that. That one doesn't look too bad. It's right above support. Uroy getting a little bit of a sell-off. No bearish engulfing, but again, we're just kind of bouncing around sideways. Encore Energy getting a little bit Now, this can go either way, guys. You could see this as a bearish piercing, or you could see it as a bloody nose. A bloody nose is a continuation pattern higher. A bearish piercing is a pattern to move lower. So it's got kind of conflicting information on that one. See, now this is a bearish piercing. Looks like it wants to head lower. It gapped up in the morning and was sold off throughout the day to where it closed. And it engulfs the day before it. That is a bearish pattern. And we're seeing these bearish patterns show up on a couple of the stocks. There's another one there. Another one here as well on UEC. LEU getting a little bit of a sell-off. LTBR moving sideways. ISO Energy getting that bearish kind of pattern there right on support. Appia Energy just moving sideways, a little bloody nose there. Denison Mines getting that bearish engulfing to head lower potentially in the short term. This could move down a little ways, guys. I mean, it's not preventing that. And we'll look at the overall markets. I'll show you what I'm seeing. Blue Sky Uranium selling off a little bit, 7% today. Forum Energy Metals moving sideways. Anfield moving sideways. Laramide moving sideways. Sideways, it's down, but it's sideways momentum-wise. I'm looking at the size of these candlesticks in here. This is a bullish engulfing. This is a bearish piercing, bearish engulfing, bearish piercing. So it's the buyers and sellers dueling it out back and forth. That's a bearish engulfing to head lower on Western Uranium Vanadium. UEX, CF, it's just down day to day. Mega Uranium getting a little bit more of a selling pressure day to day, down 6%. That's a bearish engulfing to head lower potentially. We got ALXEF. Update today, nice little hammer candlestick, looks a lot better than the others. Nice update in Valor Metals. Nice strong finish too. Looks a lot better than the other ones. Elevate at support resistance, and 92E just moving sideways to slightly lower, kind of a bearish engulfing. So, let's look at the overall market real quick. Let me pull up SPX and the NASDAQ just to show you guys kind of what we're seeing. We are getting some selling pressure here. If this continues, I think it will drag us lower. And this is a pretty big down day. It's 2% down in the S&P 500. And the U.S. Composite was down 3%. This will drag us lower. They did close strong off their, it's basically closing with the momentum going lower. So, we could get dragged lower here. And right now, I'm just holding on. I'm waiting to see. And the overall markets are struggling. We've got a higher 10-year yield. We have a higher dollar. They don't like that. The overall markets don't like that, so they're selling off. If they sell off in that type of quantity, you're going to get a deleveraging type move because everything's so leveraged up. It can turn into a sell everything type event where anything that's NASDAQ related or technology related gets sold off. And some of these companies, I think they're seen more like a emerging technology almost, and they're selling off with the overall markets. At least uranium is at this time. So right now, I'm just kind of holding on. I don't like seeing the big down movements in the overall markets. So I'm kind of like hands off. Let's wait. Let's see what happens first. And then if we see the overall markets firm up, I think you'll see uranium firm up. And when the markets go up, I think it'll just be a huge amplifier. All we need is the markets to go sideways. We need them to stop going down in large quantities. That's what triggers the deleveraging, where you kind of get that sell everything event type move. So again, I want to see the overall market strengthen a little bit. That's what I want to see. If you guys like the analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website below. That's my website, Platinum membership. We do question and answer sessions. Sometimes I do trainings, and we'll keep going through all that. But that's all I've got for today, guys. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.